Hi everybody, my name is Sarah and today I'm going to be talking to you about figurative language. What is figurative language? Well, figurative language is the language that uses words or expressions with a meaning that is different to the literal meaning. Using figurative language makes our language more colourful, more rich and interesting, and it is often used in poetry. The term figurative language covers a wide range of literary devices and techniques. Today I will talk to you about three: similes, metaphors and personification. And I will do this by deconstructing the wonderful Indigenous poem Black Heart by Triota. I'll start by reading the poem and then give a definition and example of each device from our poem. Black Heart. I'm a pale skin now, but once was dark like the night. I was stolen from my kin, like day steals night. I've turned dark to light. People say you're a white fella now. Never. I am the land, the first people. The land smiles on me, embraces me as its lost child. I was stolen from my kin. Why? People say white is better. Never. Always my heart beats black. I am the land on which you stand, so tread carefully. The three examples of figurative language we will concentrate on today are similes, metaphors and personification. A simile is a direct comparison between things that uses the words like or as. In our poem Black Heart, we can see two similes. Firstly, but once like the night. This phrase reflects on the fact that Aborigines were once very dark in their colouring before white settlement. The second simile we can identify is like day steals night. This simile illustrates how Aboriginal children were stolen from their families in what we would now acknowledge as a misguided attempt to assimilate them into white society. Similes are easy to identify by the presence of words like and as. Now on to the second figurative language device evident in the poem, metaphor. A metaphor is a comparison that doesn't use the words like or as. It picks out some special feature that is common between two things that are vastly different in every other way. While a simile describes one thing as being like another, a metaphor describes one thing as actually being something else. An example of a metaphor in our poem is, I am the land on which you stand. I am the land, the first people. And a final metaphor that we can find is, I am a pale skin now. The third figurative language device that we will talk about today is personification. Personification refers to the technique of giving lifeless objects or aspects of nature the qualities of a human being. An example of personification in our poem is, embraces me as its lost child. In this metaphor, the poet again describes the caring and loving relationship that Indigenous people have with the land, very much the relationship of a mother and a child. The land smiles on me. This is another example of personification, in this case demonstrating the generosity of the environment in sustaining the traditional Indigenous lifestyle. There are many other examples of figurative language in this poem, and you may have identified others you may already know. I hope that you can identify similes, metaphors and personification in your poems, and you may even be clever enough to include some of these devices in your own writing. Thank you.